Hello, welcome back to another installment of my CD collection. This is part 5. Without further ado, let's get started. So first up we have Equals by Ed Sheeran, released in 2023. This is his 5th studio album. Very, very dope album, 7.5 out of 10 for me. It's a great mix of songs that from him. And I really liked it. He even does a rap on here on the song Two Step. There are no features off this album. Singles off here would be what are they? I wrote them down. Bad Habits, Shivers, Overpass Graffiti, The Joker and the Queen, which has a remix. Not on this album, but that song does have a remix featuring Taylor Swift. And Two Step. The song Visiting Hours was released as a promotional single, which is also on this album. Top songs on here for me would be Shivers, Bad Habits, The Joker and the Queen, Leave Your Life, Collide, Two Step, and Stop the Rain. I also liked Visiting Hours as well, but I did not write that down. Worst songs were First Times and Overpass Graffiti. Very, very dope album, very relaxing. Ed Sheeran with Equals, released in 2023. Next album is The Chronic by Dr. Dre, released in 92. This is his debut album. Everybody and his dog should know this album by now. Singles were Nothing But a G-Thang, which is a great song, Let Me Ride, Dre Day, and I think Little Ghetto Boy was a single too. Top songs on here for me are Fuck With Dre Day, Let Me Ride, The Day That Ends Took Over, Nothing But a G-Thang, Rat-a-tat-tat, Stranded on Death Row. The worst song would be A Brother With a Gun. Snoop Dogg is all over this album. This is pretty much a collaboration album between Dre and Snoop. Other features include RBX, Nate Dogg, and a hell of a lot more. Very, very dope album. One of my favourites. Very, very dope. 9 out of 10. The Chronic by Dr. Dre, released in 92. Something's wrong here. Let me check something. No, that's not it. Just had to get the third album. I knew I forgot one of them. This is Cypress Hill with Skull and Bones, released in 2000. This is their fifth album. Singles are Rap Superstar, Rock Superstar, and High Life, and Can't Get the Best of Me. The album is a great mix of rock and rap, as Cypress Hill are basically a mixture of hip hop and heavy metal music. And I really enjoyed it. The only negative I have is that it's 2 discs, which is not a problem, but the album is 17 songs long. So you've got 11 on the Skull disc and 6 on the Bones disc, which is obviously disc 1 and disc 1 and disc 2. But yeah, very, very dope album. Top songs on here for me would be Another Victory, Rap Superstar, What You Want From Me, High Life, Stank Ass Ho, We Live This Shit, and Get Out of My Head, A Man, and Dust. You have to excuse me as I'm currently not feeling the greatest. Worst songs would be Cuban Necktie, and Can I Get a Hit, and Worldwide. Overall, great mixture of genres. 9 out of 10. Very dope album. Skull and Bones by Cypress Hill, released in 2000. Just let me go and change the track. Alright. Next album is Family Ties by Chillin' It, released in 2021. This is his third album, and honestly, it's the worst in his discography. I really didn't like it that much. It's a little too long for my liking. and it's definitely the weakest in his discography. Like I said, with too much filler. Um, Features include Husky, uh, Izzy Gibbs, Lissy, Shadow, um, BB Rock, Bad Rapper, and those were features. Um, Singles off here would be Henny and Reefer and Susan's Son, which are very dope tracks. But overall wasn't great. The top songs on here for me were 420 and 201. Cashed Out Stoner, Inner Thoughts, Vulnerability Part 2, which is obviously the Part 1 was Honesty. Henny and Reefer and Susan's Son. The worst songs were Jamie Oliver, The Husky Story, Devils on My Left, Von Dutch, High to Chase the Low, Freshman's Friend's Side Project, Pablo and Bad Sansa. Overall wasn't great, 6 out of 10. This is the worst in his discography. I don't think I'll be going back to it again. Chilling It with Family Ties, released in 2021. Next album, we have Bliss and Esso with Off the Grid, released in 2017. This is their sixth studio album. For some reason, I thought it was their second, but it's their sixth. Singles off here would be Dopamine, Friend Like You, Moments, Blue, Believe, and Tear the Roof Off. Features include Mario, Watsky, Dizzy Wright, Rob Curley, Thief, Lee Fields, Gavin James, and Tabby Gazelle. Top songs on here for me would be Believe, Tear the Roof Off, Dopamine, Blue, Great Escape, and Whatever Happened to the DJ. The worst song would be Moments and Love Line. That last one, Love Line, is actually a skit, which is probably why I don't like it. Overall, nothing but fire. 8 out of 10. Very dope album. Bliss and Esso with Off the Grid, released in 2017. Next up, we have Multiply by Ed Sheeran, released in 2014. This is his second album. The album spawned 5 singles, which were Sing, Don't, Thinking Out Loud, Bloodstream, and Photograph. For someone who is an all-out rap fan, this was actually pretty good. I don't really mind Ed Sheeran's music. Top songs on here for me were One, I'm a Mess, Don't, Photograph, uh, The Man, and Thinking Out Loud. There were no worse songs on this album. Overall, very soothing, relaxing music, 10 out of 10. Ed Sheeran with Multiply, released in 2014. And next up, we have Dr. Dre with The Contract, released in 2022. This was for the online game of the GTA series. It's a 6-track EP, and very, very dope. Uh, Features include Snoop Dogg, Busta Rhymes, Anderson .Paak, Eminem, Nipsey Hussle, rest in peace. I don't really have much to say about it as it's very short, but it's a solid listen. Were there any singles released for it? I've got no idea. But the top songs for me were ETA, Gospel, and The Scenic Route. The worst song was Diamond Mind. Is it Diamond Mind? Diamond Mind. Yeah. Overall enjoyable listen, 7 out of 10. Very dope listen for a short EP. Dr. Dre The Contract, released in 2022. Next up, we have Cheap Sober's third album, Wicked Retreat, released in 2015. It spawned 3 singles, which were Triumph, Secluded, and In Front of Me. Features include DJ Case, Courts, and Servilation, or Savilan. I don't know how you pronounce that name. Top songs on here for me would be Continue to Bleed, Triumph, Secluded, Total Failure, uh, Complicated, No Trolls, Natalie, and Hearts. The worst song was Mango. Very, very good storytelling album, 8 out of 10. Wicked Retreat by Cheap Sober, released in 2015. Very dope album. Next album, we got 50 Cent with his sophomore album, The Massacre, released in 2005. This is the second album, as I said. The album features guest appearances from Eminem, Mobb Deep, Tony Yayo, who was a member, I should say, of G Unit, Olivia, and Jamie Foxx. It's a 21 track EP, 21 track album. Singles were Disco Inferno, Candy Shop, Just a Little Bit, and Out of Control. The album was great, but was a great listen, but I do prefer Get Rich or Die Trying. Um, Top songs on here for me were I'm Supposed to Die Tonight, Piggy Bank, Gatman and Robin, Out of Control Remix, Rider Music, um, Guns Come Out, Ski Mask Way, and Position of Power. Worst songs were Candy Shop, Get in My Car, A Baltimore Love Thing, My Toy Soldier, Build You Up, and So Amazing. Which is so shit. Overall should have overall solid, but not as good as I thought. 7 out of 10. It's an listenable album, but I just prefer um, Get Rich a lot more. Very dope album, but yeah. Uh, The Massacre by 50 Cent, released in 2005. Next up, we have DMX with The Great Depression, released in 2001. This is um, this is the fourth album by DMX. It spawned 3 singles, which were We Right Here, um, Who We Be, and I Miss You. Very, very dope album. My only gripe with it is that the 17th track, A Minute for Your Son, on the CD here, I don't know if it'll focus, but it says 4 minutes and 50 seconds. But on the CD, it actually goes for 16 minutes and 55 seconds because it's multiple songs all in one track. I don't know why. I loved the album. Very, very dope album. Top songs on here for me would be We Right Here. When I'm Nothing, and Bloodline. Anthem. The worst song was number 11. Pretty smooth. 9 out of 10. Very dope album. The Great Depression by DMX, released in 2001. Next album is the Family Guy soundtrack. This is obviously the soundtrack to the American sitcom. It's just compiled of songs that were played in the series. And they're all, as far as I can make out, aside from the opening song, which is the main theme of the show, they were all singles. So, yeah, top songs on here for me would be Down Syndrome Girl, the FCC song, Bag of Weed, You've Got a Lot to See, I've Got a Little List, Christmas Time Is Killing Us, and they also did a cover of Glock in My Rari by Fetty Wap. But yeah, very, very dope Very, very dope soundtrack. 9 out of 10. Family Guy soundtrack released in 2010, if I didn't say that already. Next up, we got Eminem with Encore 2. This is obviously a fan-made album from songs that were recorded in the 2024 era when the original Encore came out, which was crap. That album was a crap album. This is a hell of a lot better. This is what Encore should have been. Features off the album include Nate Dogg, D12, Obi Trice, Booyah Tribe, Be Real from Cypress Hill. The The three bonus tracks, We as Americans, Love You More, and Ricky Tikki Tok from the deluxe album of the original Encore, made it onto this playlist. This is obviously, as I said, a fan-made album. It is what the original should have been, but because Eminem was drugged up, the original Encore songs were leaked, and we ended up getting a sloppy version. Top songs on here for me would be We as Americans, Bully, Monkey See, Monkey Do, Love You More, When I'm Gone, Smack You, which didn't come out until a few months ago. Can I Bitch, which was a diss track toward Cannabis, obviously another rapper. Do Re Mi, Nail in the Coffin, and The Source. Worst song was 911, Shake That, and These Drugs. It's excellent, and it's what I would definitely listen to this over the original Encore any day. 8 out of 10, very, very dope album. Encore 2, unofficially released in 2004. Got about 4 more to go, so this is going to be a long video. Next up we have The Game with Drillmatic, The Mind disc. As I found out, Drillmatic had 30 songs on it, so I had to cut the discs in half. So this is the Mind disc. I have listened to the Heart disc, but I didn't really like it. I turned it off after 7 songs, which I will be showing in another video. This album, the whole album came out in 2022. This album includes the disastrous diss track towards Eminem called The Black Slim Shady, and my god, that I actually ended up skipping that because that was crap. I like the second half of the album more than the first, but the album as a whole is still shit. Features on this disc include Kanye West, as he was on the first half as well, Dreezy, Chiller, Jeremiah or Jeremy, I've got no idea how you pronounce that, Twister, French Montana, Tory Lanes, and a lot more. Top songs on here for me would be We Not What We Not Gonna Do, Rubik's Cube, Nikki Beach, Talk to Me Nice, Killer or Killers. I'm not feeling too good. Stupid, Save the Best for Last, and A Father's Prayer. The worst song was the Black Slim Shady. A half of a hell of a lot better than the first half, which was the Heart disc, 9 out of 10. But the album as a whole is still shit. The game, Drillmatic Mind, released in 22. Um, Next up, we got Cypress Hill with Three Temples of Boom, which is their third album, released in 95. This album is actually quite scary. Um, it's it featured a stylistic change as the group turned toward a darker, tranquil, slower, and spookier sound with the beats. This album is quite scary. It's like a horror movie, but I like horror movies, so I'm cool with it. Um, it's an 8 out of 10 album. Singles off here would be I don't think it did have singles on it. Doesn't say that it has. Top songs on here for me would be Spark Another Owl, Three or Set in the Air, Stoned Raiders. No, Stoned Raiders was one of the worst ones, sorry. Illusions was another top song for me. Killer Hill. Killer Hill Brothers, No Rest for the Wicked, which is a diss track towards Ice Cube. California. Loco Locatos or Locatos, I don't know how you pronounce that song. Let It Rain and Everybody Must Get Stoned. Worst songs were Stoned Raiders, which I believe is where the album title came from for their sixth album. Boom Biddy Bye Bye and Funk Freakers. Overall, quite scary. 8 out of 10, very, very dope album. Three Temples of Boom by Cypress Hill, released in 95. Next album, we have MJP Muzik with Keep It 90s, Bringing Back Hip Hop, released in 2024. This is the 8th album by him. It definitely lives up to the name. You can definitely hear the 90s hip hop style a lot better than, and it's a hell of a lot better than the bullshit that comes out today, I can tell you that now. I really enjoyed it. Yet another smash, and yeah, This is when he really started to level up with the features. Because there's Nate Dogg on here. There's Cool G Rap. Chill Man is on here. But ever since then, ever since they did this song, they later ended up feuding with each other. I don't know whether they've patched it up or not. MC8 is on here. Exhibit's on here. DMX. Personal Space. Big Pun and Benny Holiday is on here. There were no singles as far as I'm looking at this. But top songs on here for me were Boom Bap Flow, Murder Scene, Devil's Curse, Smoke and Blaze, The G Code, Keep It Hood, Bloodspot, and Ready for War. Worst song was Your Boyfriend. Overall, my favourite project so far, 9.5 out of 10. Very, very dope album. He has stated that he hates it, but that doesn't change my opinion of it. Everybody has their own taste in music. But yeah, very, very dope album. MJP with bringing back... Was it bringing back hip-hop? Bringing hip-hop back, Keep It 90s, released in 2024. Very, very dope album. And to finish off the video, last but not least, we have Rops 1 with Music Save Me, released in 2023. This is the sophomore album from West Sydney rapper Rops 1, released in 2023. The only single was Silver Spoons. There are no features on the album, just Rops spitting his shit. It's a great album, and I really enjoyed it. Can't get enough of it. The top songs on here for me were Play, Silver Spoons, Need Your Love, Loot, Heartless, and Lonely. There were no worse songs on here. Excellent storytelling. 10 out of 10. Very, very dope album. He did release Youngest in Charge a few years earlier, which I do have in this collection, but I haven't listened to yet. So yeah, very, very dope album. Rops 1 with Music Save Me, released in 2023. And that's going to do it for the day. Stay well, stay blessed. Look out for part 6. And yeah, peace.